2 minutes past 10 p.m. and a warm welcome to UBC News Tonight with me, Sharon Chamdisha, once again, joined by Mugalu Mohammed on sign language. A very good evening. We're coming to you live from the Nile Avenue. Let's take a look at our top stories of the day. Coming up, patriarchal culture remains biggest obstacle in women's emancipation. Uganda Broadcasting Corporation makes 60 years of service. Still to come, Ministry of Agriculture, stakeholders to address challenges in the oil palm sector. And from the international scene, Israel at war as Hamas militants launch surprise attack. We start off with the first Deputy Premier and Minister for East African Affairs, Rebecca Kadaga, who says women's emancipation is a collective responsibility of society. She proposed the inclusion of human rights issues in the education curriculum to instill awareness of these rights in children from a young age. In an interview with UBC, Kadaga attributes failure to achieve gender equality to patriarchal society influence that hinders their pursuit for emancipation.
The first Deputy Prime Minister, Rebecca Kadaga, says government has made significant strides in promoting women's empowerment, implementing economic empowerment programs and affirmative action initiatives that have propelled women into leadership positions. Kadaga, who is also the Minister for East African Affairs, says by 1962, Uganda was deeply patriarchal with no memory of women holding ministerial positions. However, over the past 61 years, significant changes have occurred.
In other sectors of society, I'm not sure whether there was any minister in the first independence government, woman minister. I'm not sure if there was a woman in the first independence government of Uganda. But progressively over time, things have changed to now where we have several cabinet ministers, ministers of state. We have many judges, many magistrates. We have many doctors, many engineers. So there has been quite a change.
The Minister for East African Affairs noted that women now have the opportunity to attend school and have gained visibility in various government institutions, a feat previously unattained before independence.
In all kinds of professions, computer engineers, all this was not possible in the past. And those who were growing up, they were what they call men subjects and girl subjects. But now everybody is able to study everything. So I think more visible. You know, if you have to look at the pictures of government in the past, you'll see entirely men. You just see people in suits. You never see women there. But now, you can see the women. So there's something different. You go to the judiciary, you see them. You go to parliament, the women are there. You go to the local governments, the women are there.
The Deputy Premier acknowledged that some women in rural areas still perceive emancipation as primarily benefiting urban women due to societal factors that subject them to distinct laws and systems. Kadaga proposed that women should be provided with labor-saving devices and energy-efficient equipment to alleviate the burdensome tasks of fetching water and firewood over long distances.
It's because, again, of the patriarchal society in which we live. You know, a woman is governed by the customary laws of the area where she is, the religious laws of where she is, and then the family. So by the time the government laws get to her, she's subjected to all these other laws. So the patriarchy is still a big factor in our rural areas. And people are domesticated within those systems. That we do the infrastructure, the roads, the hospitals, the schools, so that they are accessible to the community.
The former Speaker of Parliament emphasizes the importance of supporting women in gaining access to land ownership, which continues to be a challenge for married women in Uganda. She encouraged women to leverage government programs to enhance their economic independence.
But also to help them, get them skills that they can use to raise money, even if they're in that home, so they don't entirely depend on the husband. I've been talking about the sugarcane industry and saying that on the value chain of the sugarcane, there are things that people can do as cottage industries, things they can do like making a paper, making juice, making syrup, making mats out of the cane byproducts. So there are things that women can do and earn their own money. So we need to help them to learn more than the simple agriculture that they do.
Minister Kadaga stresses that the journey towards emancipation necessitates the active involvement of society as a whole, underlining the importance of both genders coexisting as partners in this endeavor.
They live in a community where they are men, where they are boys. So I think we have a duty to train, to inculcate, I think, the issue of human rights in the curriculum, so that children grow up knowing that human rights are human rights, women's rights are human rights, and that it's important for both genders to coexist.
As Uganda celebrates 61 years of independence, Minister Rebecca Kadaga urged citizens to reflect on the country's progress and work collaboratively to further improve the lives of its people. I'm Nafka Farida and Daniel Gemwa in Kampala.
Farmers in Chibale district have been challenged to engage in farming as a business and adopt to modern farming methods. The Office of the Prime Minister, in conjunction with the Ministry of Agriculture and More Industry and Fisheries and other line government agencies, organized the Agricultural Expo on the advice of His Excellency President Museveni for this event.
Prime Minister Robin Nabanja has asked farmers to adjust and start agriculture as a business through the various interventions made by the government. Nabanja was presiding over an agriculture expo in Chibale district that attracted who is who in Greater Chibale. The Minister for Finance, Matia Kasaija, says NRM government has ushered in peace and urged the people to use it to make money if they are to enjoy life. The Minister for ICT and National Guidance and the NRM Vice Chairperson for Western Uganda, Dr. Chris Bariomosi, explained that the party wants all people to increase household income.
Muranga gwa NRM n'okugira ngu tukole tubaase kuruga omu bworo. Akuba NRM ekozire ebintu bingi, enguudo muzirora hano ziriho. Amadwaliro, amasomero, amasanyarazi tukora, bete kisigaire hati kukora okurora twatunga sente omunsawo.
Several ministers asked the people to engage in agriculture for household income improvement. A Catholic priest at Chiligwa Joeses, Reverend Father Charles Agaba, reminded the premier of the pledges made by the president during previous interventions.
To a tune of 1,000 students. So going for tour, going for other trips and visits becomes a challenge for us.
Kasaija assured the people that government is working on the pledge, only that the bus is supposed to be manufactured from ginger, and asked them to wait. At the Expo, the Premier donated 8 motorcycles to extension workers to help them reach out to farmers in the villages. Nabanja says that the 6 policy proposals are production, multiplication, distribution, certification of seeds and stocking materials, disease control, agricultural mechanization and irrigation, farmer education and mobilization, in addition to partnerships with big landowners and interventions in the fisheries sector. The farmer education, mobilization, value addition and service delivery campaign is now in Kagadi, Chibare and Kakumiro districts.
October 8, 1963 marked a pivotal moment when Uganda television first graced the nation's airwaves, a year after the country had gained its independence. Notably, this came after the inauguration of Radio Uganda in 1954. Originally known as Uganda Broadcasting Services, the station underwent several transformations over the years, eventually becoming Uganda Television and most recently Uganda Broadcasting Corporation following the enactment of the Uganda Broadcasting Corporation Act in 2004. Remarkably, after 6 decades, it remains a dominant force on Uganda's airwaves.
Radio Uganda, and later rebaptized to UBC for the TV and for the radio.
At 60 years, Uganda Broadcasting Corporation stands as a seasoned and accomplished television station, solid in its ability to overcome any challenge.
Clients of UBC have seen it grow, that now UBC has one of the best pictures compared even to the private TV providers, and the quality of broadcasting, the reach, how far it can reach. I think the national broadcaster, the name of UBC, has also greatly transformed and providing much better services than it was many years back.
Its inaugural broadcast on October 8, 1963, took place within the premises of the former White Man's Hospital, Nakasero Hill.
The studios are open. The ceremony is over, and the Prime Minister crosses the floor to chat with the many distinguished guests before going on a tour of the new television buildings.
Despite losing its iconic hilltop location to a hotel developer, spurred by hasty preparations for the Commonwealth Heads of States and Government meeting, the station perseveres in its mission to inform, educate, entertain and foster unity among its viewers across the nation and region.
We're being given enormous support and encouragement by the government to have the hotel completed in time for the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, and we would be delighted if we could achieve that target. But of course the hotel is being built as a 50-year investment. It's not being
the very walls that bore witness to countless broadcasts, the studios that captured the nation's attention, and the offices that served as a creative hub for Uganda broadcasting staff were all razed to the ground.
This is the biggest crisis ever in my life as a person and as a manager. It's incredible.
Yet, Uganda Broadcasting Corporation weathered the storm and continued to illuminate the nation.
I'm called Elizabeth.
Yes, Elizabeth.
And I would like to ask from this gentleman, it's usually very hard for development workers getting into communities and getting very good response.
Equipment was dismantled. Some archives were damaged, memories were lost, and others were transferred to UBC radio premises along Nile Avenue.
UBC's archive storage, or just its archive alone, it is the richest in any media house present in the country, and probably even in the East African region. We do hold our ranks very well.
The journey was fraught with challenges. But the station confronted each one resolutely and is now celebrating a remarkable 60 years of uninterrupted broadcasting.
But yet able to deliver very high quality products. I commend you, management, for persisting and give us good quality in spite of these challenges.
As the hotel began to rise from the ashes of the former UBC iconic premises, the journey of UBC Television's adaptation at Radio Uganda premises had just commenced, albeit in a more modest space compared to the spacious and iconic setting at Nakasero Hill.
The premises where radio is located are adequate for both radio and television. And in other countries, as a matter of fact, you find TV and radio in one location, and therefore we do not see anything wrong whatsoever about bringing these two vital broadcasting institutions together, that is radio and television.
The new premises provided an opportunity for the continuity of Uganda's pioneering television station.
That this is an opportunity Uganda Broadcasting Corporation has of not only modernizing itself, but of course making sure that the opportunity for expansion to the rest of the country does take place sooner than later. We view this
Uganda Broadcasting Corporation remains firm in its promise to inform, educate and entertain the nation, delivering reassuring news bulletins and soothing entertainment to its viewers.
And in spite of the destruction that has been occasioned on our premises, I'm very confident that a way forward that serves the public interest above everything else will be reached.
Firmly embedded in the hearts and minds of its audience, the station's relocation was not merely a physical move, but a symbol of its indomitable spirit. Even in the face of the destruction of its infrastructure, equipment, and the invaluable data, Uganda Broadcasting Corporation refused to be silenced.
Because it is our official channel through which we reach out the population of Uganda. And the UBC must remain a priority for the government of Uganda. So,
embracing its new location, Uganda Broadcasting Corporation continued to deliver quality programs that endeared it to its viewers.
That money we have to revamp and make sure we have state-of-the-art equipment, and that is what we are looking forward to do. State-of-the-art equipment distributed around the country, making sure that we can give you information and news that is educative and is all-inclusive.
This unwavering spirit of resilience has allowed Uganda Broadcasting Corporation to thrive within the walls of Uganda Broadcasting Corporation radio premises.
UBC is the national public broadcaster, and we want to give assurance to all the actors out there. You are free to appear on our platforms for as long as we synchronize what is happening.
The spirit of Uganda Broadcasting Corporation endures, resonating with its audience and playing a pivotal role in bridging gaps and setting the agenda for important conversations across the nation.
And the news roundup is one of my favorites when it comes to radio.
The firm spirit of Uganda Broadcasting Corporation has guided it on an extraordinary journey of resilience, ensuring its enduring presence in Uganda's media landscape.
I'm calling from Kabale and I'm interested in ADF so much. Okay. I'm called Elizabeth. Yes,
Mutonyi Hilda and Deo Habimana, UBC.
60 years of existence. Thank you so much, Mutonyi Hilda and Deo Habimana, for taking us down the memory lane. Moving on from that, there's a need to involve elders in Karamoja sub-region in order to denounce harmful cultural practices like female genital mutilation, early and forced marriages, widow inheritance, among others. This was at a girls' conference organized by Karamoja Women Umbrella Organization held in Matani Town Council Park District, where girls, young women and stakeholders advocated for involvement of girls in decision-making process.
Karamoja sub-region is known for deep-rooted cultures, which often don't give a chance to women and girls to participate in decision-making, education, owning land, child marriages, female genital mutilation for the girls between 12 and 15 years. Young girls and boys share experiences in this deep-rooted culture community.
At the age of 12 years, I was quite briefing on the issues of school fees, where my dad wanted me to marry at that tender age.
Someone who was inside the bush there, just moving around there, carrying girls.
It is from this backdrop that Karamoja Women Umbrella Organization is implementing a 5-year She Leads project, which is aimed at promoting girls and young women inclusion, involvement and active participation in decision-making process.
Funded by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Netherlands, through Tara de Homes, Netherlands, that is TTH.
The Executive Director of Karamoja Women Umbrella Organization, Thomas Oderoko, explains their efforts to create safe places for young women.
We are looking forward and see how best can we work, how best can we engage, how best can we provide safe spaces for girls and young women, putting in mind that the structure is quite tough, that women are left behind in terms of their participation in decision-making.
Oderoko said cultural leaders are put on forefront to denounce negative cultural practices.
We want them to utilize already existing structure, the platform, to transform these norms that undermine the rights of women and girls so as to achieve gender equality and equity.
According to leaders, there is change as many elders are embracing transformation. Beneficiaries thank Karamoja Women Umbrella Organization for the empowerment.
So this very word which they gave me so made me also go back to school, and I continued. I'm still in school.
When I joined She Leads program, now I've gained confidence. I can really speak in the public where many people are gathered.
However, Morisha District Speaker Cesar Cole Abora says, although the districts have put in place ordinances on education, child protection and alcoholism, but they are frustrated by the Attorney General offices in Kampala.
These ordinances are generated at this level. They are taken for review and for further scrutiny to the Attorney General's office in Kampala. And so far, we've been frustrated because the feedback is taking long to come, and so we don't know the fate of our efforts.
This was in the 2 days girls conference organized by Karamoja Women Umbrella Organization. The girls and young women had a march with the Matani town on their inclusion and active participation in decision-making process. Karamoja Women Umbrella Organization under She Leads project has built the capacity of 180 girls and young women, 8 cultural leaders to amplify the voices girls and young women capacity strengthening of boys to work together with girls.
Solidaridad Eastern Central Africa, in partnership with National Oil Palm Project under the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, have held a stakeholders meeting aimed at establishing an efficient oil palm better farming practices that complies and safeguards the environment. The stakeholders meeting was organized by Solidaridad East and Central Africa at Mirembe Resort in Kalangala District.
The government, through the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, rolled out a 10-year national oil palm project in Ebovuma, Mayoge, Buyukwe, Kalangala, and Masaka to expand oil palm production. National Oil Palm Project objective was to ensure greater impact on household income for inclusive rural development and to deepen sustainable livelihood development. It is against this background that oil palm farmers and stakeholders have met at Mirembe Resort in Kalangala District to discuss on the way forward about the poor farming practices and land mismanagement, largely in oil palm islands.
So we are going to be training the farmers in these various technologies and then ensure that they adopt those technologies which will reduce the impact of oil palm on the environment. One of the things which we shall be looking at is the integration of agroforestry practices in the oil palm production. And we know worldwide that where palm oil has been grown, some people say that oil palm itself is a tree.
However, oil palm is an extremely efficient oil to produce because its production is often associated with high environmental climate change.
Is that we undertake environment and social impact assessment prior to establishing oil palm. Currently, we undertook one for Kalangala, both on the mainland. We did one in 2004 for the mainland, and then in 2012 we did another one for the outlying islands. That is 4 of them. That is Bunyama, Bubembe, Fumve, and Bukasa.
Solidaridad Eastern Central Africa, in partnership with National Oil Palm Project, is spearheading the best oil palm farming methods geared to protect the environment.
The government project and IFAD provided resources to government of Uganda to implement the National Oil Palm Project. It is a 10-year project. And for us, we are coming in to support the government.
We have to undertake annual environmental audits. So we also undertake environmental audits to ensure that what was recommended in the environment and social impact assessment is being undertaken. And where there are gaps, then recommendations are made. We go into a compliance agreement with the NEMA, and then we keep on improving as we go along.
The government of Uganda decided to develop a palm oil industry to reduce poverty and contribute to positive rural transformation in Bubembe, Bunyama, and Kalangala Islands, respectively. Haruna Mutesasira, UBC News.
Thank you so much, Haruna Mutesasira. In more stories, the Minister of State for Transport, Fred Byamukama, has underscored the critical role of teachers in government-aided schools and proprietors of private schools in imparting employable knowledge and skills to students. This approach, he believes, is vital in addressing the issue of unemployment among his graduates. Take a look.
The Minister of State for Transport, Fred Byamukama, has commissioned a multi-million classroom block at Bunyoro College Secondary School in Kagadi District. Byamukama, who also serves as the Member of Parliament for Bugangezi West in Kakumira District, highlighted the failure of Kagadi District Program Development Management implementers to adequately sensitize and include vulnerable groups in their programs.
Mind to plant crops, she has a mind to use her land and grow rich, but she was not selected. She's an elderly woman who's over 60. At the same time, she's a woman, so she can benefit on the side of women, on the side of the elderly, but she was not benefiting.
The director of Bunyoro College Secondary School, Robert Semate, expressed his gratitude to the government for its privatization policy and the liberalization of the economy. However, he pointed out the challenges faced by schools and called for interventions to address them.
But as a school, we are trying to manage, and we ask government to come in here and there for continue mobilizing students and parents. The other challenge is low turn-up for A-level.
The chairperson of the Uganda National Teachers Union Kagadi branch, Solomon Musingus, discussed the challenges encountered by their union.
Discrimination abamu kubatembya muno kandi abandi okabaleka hansi tikukumanyisa ngu tukwenda muno sente kwa sente tizimara baitu obokukola ekyo divide and rule obundi n'obundi ebyenyegesa nibitalibaniza.
Various education stakeholders in the district, including school inspectors, advised teachers to explore additional income avenues beyond relying solely on their monthly salaries.
Moving on from that, Uganda People's Defense Forces successfully repelled an attack by the Allied Democratic Forces near the Mpondwe border last night. The incident unfolded at approximately 11 p.m. when the enemy attempted to breach the Uganda border but encountered a highly vigilant GPDF presence, prompting them to open fire.
Former Defense Minister Dr. Crispus Kionga has commended the UPDF for their swift response during the ADF attack in June of this year. He emphasized the importance of the local population collaborating closely with the UPDF by reporting any suspicious individuals who enter their communities.
Thanks to the strategic and good deployment of the UPDF and also the vigilance of the population. What we need to do now, as far as security is concerned, is to sustain the presence of the UPDF in the area and with other equipment. As you have seen, in this area we are not only having the individual physical soldiers, but as you have seen, they have all grades of equipment to protect us, to protect the population. We should also hasten, we, the people in the population, the Wananchi, we should hasten our vigilance. That means our cooperation with UPDF should be even stronger, particularly in respect to reporting bad elements that one may cite.
The resident district commissioner, Kasese, Lieutenant Joe Warusimbi, expressed his gratitude to the Wananchi community for their vigilance and cooperation with the ADF. He revealed that the enemy's intent was to target a nearby health center in their quest for medical supplies, as many of their members had been injured by the UPDF during operations in the Democratic Republic of Congo.
First of all, to thank them for being more vigilant and to thank UPDF for being more active. That let's continue cooperating with among the two, the Wananchi and UPDF, so that we may keep peace in our place. And that's so. The main target of us is Ugandans to be safe, their lives and their properties.
It's worth noting that in June of this year, the ADF rebels launched a brutal attack on Ponde Rubiriha Secondary School, resulting in the tragic loss of over 40 students and staff. This latest incident highlights the UPDF dedication to maintaining security along the border and their commitment to safeguarding the nation from external threats.
The State Minister for Elderly, Dominic Mafwabi, has asked the elderly group to utilize the support given to them to fight poverty in their households instead of using it to buy luxury like cars. This was at a function where Lela Foundation provided day necessities to the needy that fall in the age bracket of 70 to 100 years. Details for that.
In a way of supporting the elderly group in Mukono district, Lila Foundation has provided necessities to the needy that fall in the age bracket of 70 to 100 years. These have been given domestic essentials to help them go through day-to-day challenges. While handing over the essentials to the beneficiaries, State Minister for Elderly Dominic Mafwabi Gidudu asked them to use any opportunity that comes around to uplift them.
25,000 per month for elders who are 80 and above. While we put the age at 80, the budget is still small. But as it increases, we shall lower the age and we shall increase the amount. As I told you, we are the youngest special interest group. You can't run immediately you are born. The budget will increase. There will be more money available. The elders of 80, we shall lower to 75. 25,000, we may give up to 50. So slowly we shall improve their welfare. But as you looked, the elders here looked healthy, they looked happy. It means the government is doing something. It may not be everything, but it's moving, and we can see a better future for our older persons.
He advised them to utilize government funds and grow themselves financially, but not to divert them into buying luxury.
It needs a lot of hard work, but the elders are going to improve. I'm optimistic the future is good. And every parish gets 100 million, and the elders get 10%, which is 10 million. That one is for elders who are not in the money economy. And this is to enable them have a sustainable cash flow in their pockets to be able to look after themselves, not to buy cars.
The managing director, Lila Foundation Miraj, says seeing the elderly happy is one of the company's achievements, and they will continue helping government of Uganda through helping their citizens.
Understand that one day we're all going to be old, and our fathers, our grandfathers have done enough sacrifices for us to be here standing today.
A great nation has always been built by the young. The young ones, we are hardworking, we have the energy, we have the drive. But it is also very important that we also value and respect what the elders have given us. So as young people, it is our duty to ensure that we respect them and support them where needed. As
the rich are old, but you can now see through technology the wealth is going into the young people. And for us as government, we are creating an environment for intergenerational solidarity so that the elders feel there's continuity.
Water, please. Can I pay with Momo?
No.
Hey, can I pay with Momo?
Here's our merchant code.
Very good.
7 mega?
20. Can I pay with Momo?
Unfortunately, no.
Baby, let's go.
When paying with MTN Momo comes with more benefits for everyone, it just doesn't make sense not to have it.
Hello, I've come for rent.
Can I pay with Momo?
Yes, you can.
Pay or shop with MTN Momo and get cashback every week. It's free of charge. Use the Momo app or dial *165*3#.
Juko. Yo. Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the parish development model PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, it is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a poultry project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better. PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
Did you know that you can safely and conveniently make your school fees payments anytime, any school, anywhere using Airtel Money? Oh yes! Simply pick up your phone and dial *185#. Select option 6, school fees. Choose between school pay, peg pay, or shore pay. Enter student number. Enter amount, confirm name and transaction. Enter Airtel Money PIN. A confirmation message will be sent to you upon a successful transaction. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
The Women Trade Fair for this year brings you the Black Friday earlier than ever before. Get ready to buy what you need at a 50% discount. Home appliances like fridges, cookers, TVs and so much more. Bodas, tukutukus, soap, detergent, cooking oil, sugar, rice and so much more. Don't miss to get what you've been longing for at a discounted price of up to 50% at the Women Trade Fair Black Friday from 3rd to 10th October. Proudly sponsored by Total Energies, Science, Technology and Innovation Secretariat, Stanbic Bank, Uganda Breweries Limited, Tembo Seals, Uganda Bati, Simba Automotives, and Node Group.
Uncle, you should see London. Oh, my boy. This has been 5 years. You should see Uganda. Yes. Uncle Marcus, this money for my school.
Soon, there will be more than 1 million children learning like this for free.
Thank you, Uganda, for imagining it with us and making us the fastest growing telecom in the country over the past 5 years.
You're still watching UBC News Tonight, and as we continue, as the 2023 Uganda National Examination Board schedule draws near, education institutions are making their final preparations accompanied by prayers for success. A sample of schools selected indicated that part of the preparations involves talking to students.
Namiryango College has gathered together in a holy mass where 231 and 127 O and A-level candidates respectively were dedicated to the Lord and 15 confirmed into the Catholic faith. The Holy Mass was presided over by Reverend Father Richard Kayondo, who urged the candidates to feel challenged as they get determined to topple the examinations.
And God is not condemning you. He wants to support you. Get convinced. We are not convinced enough. You know the first apostles, the apostles of Jesus, once they got convinced that Jesus was alive after his death, they opened the doors.
The head teacher of this 1902 founded school, Constantine Impuga, fronts discipline as the primary pillar and encourages parents to consider vocational skills for their children.
People have businesses, let them participate. People have farms, let them participate. They can also attend programs that give them technical skills like plumbing, electrical installation, motor vehicle mechanics, and so on. When I talk about motor vehicle mechanics, I normally alert people that they shouldn't go to any garage. They may end up learning funny habits. You can take them to GIT in Nakawa, but we can also take them to technical schools near our areas where we stay.
Parents were challenged to establish an open interface with their children to narrow the communication gap.
It is always very important that we take an active role by trying to establish how are our children faring in their education, in their studies, where are their challenges, what are the barriers. It is very important to listen to them, whereas as parents we may have very high expectations, and which sometimes our children do not meet. It is always very useful to try and find out where are they struggling, and then you can find support in different ways. You can possibly talk to the teachers, you can avail the resources.
For 121 years and counting, Namiryango College has upheld the legacy in Uganda's education with exceptional performances in academics, sports, and other co-curricular activities.
After the final blessing that we're given as candidates, I feel I'm very ready as I embark on my journey to succeed in my upcoming examinations. I strive to get maximum points.
What I could say is that we are really prepared. The teachers prepared us. We have had the seminars, facilitation.
At Bwera Nyanji Girls School, West Ankole Diocese Bishop Johnson Tunomujuni confirmed 59 students into the Anglican faith and dedicated 707 Senior 4 and Senior 6 candidates.
I am saying this from both knowledge and experience. We have students who have ended up performing poorly, not because they are incapable, but because of fear. So not fear. Be in charge, be alert, but never fear.
The school headmistress Juliet Mozora talked strides the school has taken to improve its infrastructure, including the school chapel that is now 75% complete.
I would like to use this opportunity to thank His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, for the contribution and support he has given us towards this chapel. And I also use the opportunity to thank our beloved old girl of the school, who happens to be the First Lady of the Republic of Uganda.
I know our girls will benefit a lot spiritually, and they will go in the world with the value to add in the world.
Moving on from that, anticipation filled the air at Light College Vocational School, Bulenga, as the school organized a special prize for the primary 7, senior 4s and senior 6 students preparing for their Uganda Examination Board exams. The head teacher Light College Vocational School, Bulenga, Salongo Joseph Mbuga Chiberu, said that they are now focusing on releasing, professionals with demand-driven skills.
For candidates to write their final Uganda National Examination Board tests at Light College Vocational School, Bulenga, parents, teachers and candidates gathered to pray to the Almighty for guidance and favor to pass the examinations. The day began with a spirited march, candidates with glowing faces and determination. Their collective goal was to excel in the upcoming exams and secure a brighter future.
We appeal to parents to continue monitoring their children. These people are still children. Don't leave them to the world. The world is coaching them negatively. They are still, the greatest right of a child is the right to remain a child, to remain under the protection and care and guidance of the parent, regardless of age. At my age, my parents still come and give advice and pray for me, and constructive advice to help me progress as well as others. That's one of the secrets of our success.
Joseph Mbuga Chiberu urged students to always stand out and be counted in their pursuit of knowledge. He emphasized the importance of embracing vocational skills and instilling in them the fear of the Lord, recognizing that victory was by Jesus leading them.
In the past, we as a school, we are competing in the wrong direction to see how many of our children have got 4 out of 4, how many have got 8 out of 8, how many have got 20 out of 20. But as a Bulenga, we are changing our focus. We are saying how many students have been prepared for a successful career. People will have something to do, who are confident of what they are doing, who will build the economy. We are bringing out people, not only those first graders, but also people who come to as the second grade or average performers, who will start businesses and employ the others.
Pastor Sentongo Joshua encouraged parents to set an example through their lives, fostering a strong foundation for their children's success.
I appeal to younger people to always concentrate on what they have been taught, to always learn that Jesus Christ is their master, to always uphold the principles and the norms that they have been holding and been taught in this school.
He expressed his gratitude for the candidates' enduring efforts and wished them blessings in their forthcoming examinations. Students left with renewed faith and determination, ready to conquer their exams and make their school and families proud. Sudat Kaye, UBC.
Thank you so much, Sudan Nation's board exams draw nearer. The Assistant Parish Priest of Mukono Parish, Reverend Father Gerald Wachibogo, has offered valuable advice to parents, especially those with candidates at various educational levels. During a holy mass held for the blessings of the S4 and S6 candidates at Seta High School's main campus, Gerald Wachibogo emphasized the importance of avoiding discouraging words that might distract students from their exams, potentially leading to their failure.
Parents Parents and teachers involved in the examination period for P7, Senior 4 and Senior 6 students were urged to refrain from practices that could demotivate their children and asked to provide words of encouragement to help students perform better in the UNEB exams. The Assistant Parish Priest of Mukono Parish, Reverend Father Gerard Wachibugo, stressed that during this crucial examination period, school stakeholders along with parents should collectively prepare the candidates.
As we are invoking God's blessing upon our children, it should be a message of hope. Tell your son, tell your daughter, I know you can. Not so. But if you come with a lamenting message, Orichisiru, Oringa Tatao, Orichisiru, Oringa Mamao, such messages should not be on this day.
Wachibugu led the blessing mass for Senior 4 candidates at Seta High School's main campus in Mukono municipality and called on students to redouble their efforts to excel and focus on subjects that would secure a better future. Seta High School's teacher Nathan Obo assured parents of achieving excellent results as always and urged the candidates to apply their knowledge to excel in the forthcoming exams.
We come here to educate our candidates before the Almighty God so that they may give us excellent results. We've done our parts as teachers. I want to thank the parents. They've also done a great job. The next step now is to dedicate them into God's hand. And we know that whenever we put things into God's hands, He gives us abundant results.
At Seta High Green Campus in Mukono, Reverend Henry Wamala from Poma Parish led a blessing mass attended by parents and a cross-section of religious leaders. He encouraged the candidates to steer clear of distractions that could divert them from their future studies. At Seta High School Mbalala campus, the final UNEB exams for Senior 4 students are set to commence in a week's time, followed by P7 and Senior 6 exams. Parents have been urged to provide support and encouragement to their children during this crucial period to ensure their success.
So they are able to grow in knowledge, but also to grow in the love of God and neighbor, but also to be able to use your hands. So you are here to be trained the head, the heart, and the hands.
Today, we celebrate with the angels of 2019, now candidates 2023. We are not only going to celebrate the first grades you are going to get. No, there are so many other milestones that we are going to celebrate. One, some of you came when you need to know how to peel. I want to use small things.
Sudat Kaye and Fred Kasbante, UBC News.
The Director of East Africa Visual Arts, Vincent Chabayinze, has made a passionate plea to the government, particularly through the Uganda National Cultural Center, urging them to include visual artists in government programs such as MUGA and the Parish Development Model. During the second edition of the Human Rights Universal Visual Artist Festival, organized by East African visual artists in collaboration with partners in Kamucha, Kampala, artists expressed their frustrations over the exclusion from government programs. They emphasized that their exclusion was exacerbating their financial challenges despite the fact that visual arts play a significant role in promoting culture and development. Take a look.
Visual artists affiliated with East Africa Visual Artists have voiced concerns about poverty and the lack of adequate markets for their visual arts. They attribute these challenges to the absence of platforms available at the Uganda National Culture Center. They are calling for a mutually beneficial relationship with government agencies to address these issues. They called for government support to be directed towards activities that directly benefit visual artists rather than intermediaries who claim to represent artists and set up startups on their behalf.
Because when artists hear of UNCC, they think, maybe it's only for musicians, it's only for filmmakers. I want to support the artists and also artists to support UNCC. Because you can see that when they talk of, for example, a yoga scheme, they are talking about farming and everything. That you ask, is there any startup for artists, visual artists to catch you?
The second edition of the Human Rights Universal Visual Artists Festival, organized by East Africa Visual Artists, held in Kampala, serves as a platform for visual artists to share experiences and explore various opportunities in entrepreneurship.
We saw there was a gap between visual artists and how they can earn an income, because visual artists have not had, mostly painters and sculptors, they don't have platforms whereby people can come, view their works, apart from walking in galleries. So we thought that a festival is a very good idea for upcoming artists and established artists to have their works exhibited.
The director of East Africa Visual Artists, Vincent Chabayinze, emphasized that government investment in visual artists with startups could greatly enhance the promotion of culture, tourism, and overall developments.
For us to preserve our culture and heritage, we need it documented somewhere. We need people to be inspired by their culture. What best way can you be inspired by your culture than having it painted and you having it in your city? So that's how we view that art inspires culture, it promotes economic development, and also it promotes social inclusion for all of us.
The second edition of the Human Rights Universal Festival provides visual artists with an opportunity to bridge gaps within their sector, showcase their works, engage with diverse audiences, and generate income. Sudat Kaye and Robert Whiter, UBC News.
Still on tube are the winners of the 2023 Standard Chartered Cup in a thrilling final played at the Philip Omondi Stadium in Lugogo this evening on the 7th of October 2023. Still on tube edged CFAO Motors 2-0 to claim the 6th edition title. Take a look as Grace and Crespas report.
The newcomers topped their group before knocking out Uganda Breweries in penalty shootouts in the semi-finals and hence progressed to the finals, where they met Falmeros, who they thrashed to a 2-0.
As you can see, we are the winners of the 6th edition of the Standard Chartered Cup today, and it is nothing but all good. One thing I can tell you, these boys that we've been playing with, they have all been good. But one thing I can tell you, it has not just come out of the blue, and because we've been training and we've been having the endurance and the persistence. And
the fun tournament of 5-a-side and played for 10 minutes attracted over 30 teams.
I'm excited to represent my bank in these games today, and it's such a great honor to be chosen by Stanchart to come and play the games, to come and participate in the games, because this is how they have given back to us, their customers, and we really appreciate Stanchart for choosing us to come and participate in this game. And
the importance of taking part in such a tournament, one is for physical fitness, number two, to blend with other customers that we supply our services to, maybe mobile voice, mobile data, ICT, the services. As we network,
the benefits that we get as Jubilee Alliance General Insurance Company Limited is that we get to interact, we get to post out our brand. Everyone out here needs insurance, which is our product that we do sell. So it's good, and also encourages us as well always give back to the community.
The 2023 Standard Chartered Cup was graced by legendary Liverpool player Stephen McManaman, who arrived in Uganda this morning.
It's been amazing since I arrived. Wonderful event. I've been to see some Liverpool supporters in the Cop Bar, which was really nice. It's been fantastic to see so many people with the Liverpool kits on today. I've really enjoyed it. And the more people we can put in Liverpool kits, the better. Well, I think this is fantastic because you've got the facilities to play. You know, when people like Standard Chartered sponsor events like this, it's really enjoyable. Of course, you know, there's not many grass pitches because of the weather and things like that, but when you can have artificial games like this and you can have this many people playing in this many competitions, I think it's fantastic to see, and that's why we're here. You know, for Standard Chartered and Liverpool to represent and to sponsor an event like this, I think is really important.
This is an annual tournament by Standard Chartered where the winner gets an all-expenses-paid trip to Anfield, the home of Liverpool.
We are very proud that we are able to support Uganda with such an initiative.
management here is to make sure that we demonstrate our bigger friendship to Uganda. Of course, we want Uganda and football in Uganda to grow. So it's a big effort from the bank to bring such players so that they can inspire many people, they can spend time, they can do a lot of coaching. And ultimately, the winner of the competition today will fly to Anfield in the UK, in Liverpool, and they will participate in the global tournament where, you know, they will, of course, get an opportunity to win the World Cup of Standard Chartered Cup.
Crispus, Areniswe, Grace Kamigisa, UBC News.
Thank you so much for watching UBC News tonight. My name is Sharon Chandrisha and I was joined by Mugalo Mohammed on sign language from the team, and I have a lovely night and a blessed Sunday ahead of you. Bye-bye.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.